अगर वो नहीं होता कि जा सिमरन जा,
And then I would have come again like that chat sequence.
Oh.
I would have sat them down. I'm like, what are you doing, Bauji? She'll be sad and all. Then she'll make the Parmeet sad. Then everybody will be sad. Stop it. Just stop it. He is the consummate gentleman. Honestly, I don't have a single memory of Shah Rukh from the time of King Uncle or from the time of Dilwale. But he's not just oozing charm, you know, from every pore. And of course, I am like this 13-year-old, 12-year-old child who's full of mad energy, you know. So I had my Walkman on and some rubbish song I'm singing. And she just turned around and she's like, hello. जो लोग मुझे पसंद करते हैं वो लोग मुझे चुटकी बुलाते हैं. No, sorry, जो लोग मुझे पसंद आते हैं. And I did audition for Dharma. I auditioned for Chakti India as well actually.
Wow.
And I met Adi in the hallway. Was in Netflix, like really, I started it. Hello, there is evidence in like Maratha Mandir that I am the matchmaker extraordinaire. I was like, what? Who gets masonry from this sentence? ये कैसे इंसान है? Like, you know, I was just too impressed. I think I was really lucky in that department. My Kajol and Shah Rukh Khan were my parents.
It's hard to believe, but Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge has completed 30 years, and we are here with Pooja, who played Chutki. No, but Chutki or Miss Rajeshwari? What do you prefer?
Well, you know, it depends. जो लोग मुझे पसंद करते हैं वो लोग मुझे चुटकी बुलाते हैं. No, sorry, जो लोग मुझे पसंद आते हैं करते तो आप सब हो.
बिल्कुल.
तो डेफिनेटली आप सबको तो चुटकी ही बुलाना चाहिए क्योंकि मैं आप सबको भी बहुत ही ज्यादा पसंद करती हूँ. आप हैं तो हम हैं.
But Pooja, does it feel like it's 30 years?
पागल हो क्या? Really? It's like चुटकी में निकल गए 30 साल. Literally चुटकी में. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but what do you remember of the times of the shoot that you all had maybe 31 years ago, because shoot तो पहले ही start हो जाती है.
Correct.
But tell me about your memories from Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge.
My memories from Dilwale are of it being extremely predestined. जैसे कोई संजोग की बात होती है ना, बोलते शादियाँ made in heaven. This was like a made in heaven thing. Because the call, like they say, and one day the phone rang.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. They took my number down from the Filmcraft office and I had just done King Uncle. And so 3 years after that, and they called me, we did a photo shoot with Kajol. It was so fun. She was full of life and I was like, wow, why can't she be my older sister in real life? You know, because I was always I am the oldest sibling amongst an oldest grandchild. So I am the Didi, you know. I don't have a Didi per se. So it really felt like a real life, real dream come true, you know. And then the shoot began and it was a set that was led by primarily young people, you know, where in real life, the father, who was Yash Ji, none other than, was very patiently watching his son make his first directorial debut. And there was Adi Chopra with his younger brother and all his friends as ADs, and this star cast led by, of course, Shah Rukh and Kajol, who were also his friends. So it literally felt like an overqualified frat house was churning out a movie that no one knew would last 30 years.
Amazing.
It was unreal. Oh my god. And the sets were so authentically made that a part of you really felt like you were on the Chhat in Punjab.
Yeah.
You know? And the entire experience was a class apart. Like the Chopras even then took it a notch further than everybody that I have ever worked with, you know, in terms of making you feel special, in terms of treating you and the whole process extremely professionally. And of course, you can see the results.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And you spoke about how Kajol felt like an elder sister, but tell me, how was the equation off camera? Of course, on screen, you guys actually look like sisters, but tell me about your off-screen chemistry.
I often say this about my sister, but I think I should use this line on myself for once. मुझ में छोटी बहन के सारे गुण थे,
Oh.
है ना? तो I clearly remember एक दोपहर को बेचारी must have been working like much longer hours than me, and she was just trying to get a few winks in between while they were lighting up and all, which, as I know now as an actor, is like those ganimat moments, you know, you wait for a scene which is to be shot on a bed, like where you can just catch a short nap.
Yeah.
And of course, I am like this 13-year-old, 12-year-old child who's full of mad energy, you know. So I had my Walkman on and some rubbish song I'm singing. And she just turned around and she's like, hello, like, you know, So I was like one typical old younger sister,
Yeah.
attention seeking, wanting to be noticed, knowing that's impossible that they'll take me partying with them, like being very depressed about the fact, listening to Jagjit Singh songs in the rehearsal room. Really, it was quite comical, you know. This Chutki character was also very prophetic.
Yeah.
Like I grew up to become exactly like her. तो मतलब ये क्या casting थी, divine
Wow,
casting थी
wow.
ये तो.
That's
Really.
interesting. And what about Shah Rukh? How was he on off camera?
He is the consummate gentleman. Honestly, I don't have a single memory of Shah Rukh from the time of King Uncle or from the time of Dilwale. But he's not just oozing charm, you know, from every pore. Like, if there, I think we should like together pull in and gift him a white horse.
Oh.
Let's just like once and for all gift Shah Rukh Khan a white horse that he can run around on. You know, because he really is like a prince who arrives on a white horse. Like any angle, any time of day, your heart just is like ice cream in the sun.
Yeah.
You know, there is no other way. So King Uncle, I remember him being a lot freer, like because he had more time, I
Of
suppose, on his
course.
hands. And post Deewana is when Dilwale happened, when he was like literally the biggest star in the galaxy of Bollywood. And but even then, and it's a very human tendency, right, to want to see if someone has changed with success. And he hadn't a
Wow.
bit. He was busier, of course, as he should have been and was. But he wasn't colder. He was just as warm and a most generous co-star, really. And the Chatwala scene where I'm doing Seema Tapara
Yes.
matchmaking, Indian matchmaking. Fully, I was the person. Netflix, like really, I started it. Hello, there is evidence in like Maratha Mandir that I am the matchmaker extraordinaire. You know, couples counseling from the age of like 13.
13.
Hello, people, like overqualified. I can do it in one scene, okay? I know what's the scene, I'll fix the scene. What are you talking about? And I remember him giving me tips on body language during that scene and how I should look angrier.
Yeah.
I suppose Indian girls have never been allowed to be angry. So we're like, इसकी acting कैसे करें?
हाँ.
You know, ये तो हम जानते हैं, textbook में है ही नहीं ये acting. So he was helping me, a very generous co-star, very
Absolutely.
generous.
But as a teenager, was he like a crush also? Because a lot of teenager girls actually crush on Shah Rukh.
I think I admired him.
Hmm.
I mean, of course you have a crush on him. Like, I mean, he's gorgeous. Like, what's not to crush on with those dimples?
Absolutely.
And especially when you've known him as a child.
Hmm.
So I suppose there was a different equation. Because I remember him while King Uncle, you know, I was telling him what lovely dimples you have, and he like scrunched down and he's like, you know, I do this to my cheeks every day. So you see, one is deeper than the other. You can create dimples. And I don't know if it's true or not. I'm sure it's not. But at like 9 years old, I was like, huh? This is really amazing. Then I think my mother saw me trying it the next day. She was like, listen, you shut up.
नहीं होगा.
नहीं होने वाला है. तुम relax कर जाओ मतलब.
Of course.
So he was really an inspiration. It was like a quality of aspiring to be like
Yeah.
him. You know, he's very impressive. So like it crushes one element of what you feel for him.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I was about to ask you like something that we don't know about, some secrets from the set, like you could spill some beans basically.
It was a very intelligent set.
Okay.
You know, everybody was really well read, really well traveled. They had total zest for life. It really felt like playing to the height of your intelligence, being surrounded by all these very cool people. And Pam Chopra ji used to solve the most tough crossword on the sets when we were shooting the climax in Panvel. And I think Mary and his son with something in his hand, and then the word turned out to be masonry. Like Mary had to be split son in the. I was like, what? Who gets masonry from this sentence? ये कैसे इंसान है? Like, you know, I was just too impressed. Like, my mind was
Wow.
like blown. And everybody else is just like, you know, watch her, like, इनको रहते हैं, ये अपने level के नहीं है, ये कोई और level के, इनको करने दो, हम बस जाके ऐसे देखेंगे क्या अच्छा देखो, you know, like so that was our equation with her genius.
Yeah.
And also the fact that she sang the song, the Karwa
Of
Chauth
course.
song. Who knew? Like the person can sing that beautifully,
True.
is that intelligent, manage this family, be the strength
Yeah.
and support for everyone. Style me, you know. She took me shopping
Wow.
to Benetton and all these clothes stores that really expensive, you know, that you would not ordinarily go and buy 10 things
Yeah.
from. And so it felt like Princess Diaries, you know, like on full makeover. Because they had to
Nice.
show the character lives abroad,
Yes.
so the clothes had to be, and I was like, hi Bhagwan, we are going to like literally every expensive shop and buying everything like that they have.
Amazing.
It was too much.
Yeah,
It just felt
yeah.
like a Disneyland La La Land kind of experience. Yeah.
And also that a lot of people feel that Aditya Chopra is just a myth. You've of course been directed by
He's
him.
real, bro. I didn't pinch him. I saw him like have one Coke, one slice of bread for lunch every day. That was his lunch because the man was too anxious and running around and busy, and you know,
Right.
and he's so meticulous and so wonderful. Like he really doesn't overdo it. He'll just tell you what you need to know. If you're doing it well, he'll let you, you know, do your thing. So wonderful, really.
Amazing. Amazing. And how was Amrish Puri as a co-actor? Because of course he has this persona that you are obviously always scared about of him.
That was the
Yeah.
biggest revelation. Because I am such a Fattu-chan person, I could not watch. Remember Vikram Betta?
Yes.
I couldn't even watch that. The parents couldn't convince me that was Bacche Log ka show. I was that scared.
Yeah.
So when Mogambo came on screen, so I was like, not
Of
sleeping
course.
nights, and you know that skeleton in that red
Hmm.
water and all that business. Now when you see Mogambo come on this set, you know, hugging you and singing
Yeah.
Segal songs, and you're like, oh my god, this is some super skill. Like, you know, what a craft that you can convince a bunch of people can get together, say things in a certain way, dress a certain way, light up a room a certain way, and convince you to a point where you are mortally afraid of this person who in real life is so warm.
Yeah.
Is the opposite. It's like the whole spectrum experience, you know. He in real life is the opposite of Mogambo. He's like this grandfather, and I cannot believe he's not with us.
Yeah.
I still like find myself speaking of him as if he's going to, you know, appear. But really, he's larger than life.
Amazing.
Larger than life.
And I'm sure Farida Jalal was the same off screen.
Oof, she's a mother.
Yeah.
The most loving mother. Saw me playing dholak like one sad person for 4 days and mehndi laga ke rakhna. And then बोला दी अरे बच्ची को भी रचाओ, and that's when in the end, you know, so it was like literally my mother standing up for me
So sweet.
and the director being sweet enough to say अच्छा है, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, but
PhD.
Pooja, yeah. But what happens is when you are, of course, working in a film, you grow as a family. It goes like a family.
Huh.
But of course, everyone just starts living their own life. But have you been in touch with these stars?
No, they're busy, you know. Like, really, I wish, I mean, every time we meet,
Yeah.
everyone's extremely warm, like on the Kapil Sharma show, and they're all brilliant people. But sadly, we work in the kind of industry where there aren't events that bring everyone together. We only come together on a set,
Yeah.
and it's like a very intense association and then a intense separation as well. You know, so I do. Feel bad about that.
Right.
In the sense, like, I wish there was. But I was also so much younger than them
Yeah.
that they all partied together, they were friends, and you know, they
Mm.
could relate to one another. I don't know what would they do with a
Yeah.
13-year-old poor sad Jagjit Singh listening child.
Yeah.
You know.
Of course. Karan was also on set.
Of
like,
course,
did you have
Sameer
a
Sharma,
Okay.
Karan Johar would walk in with my clothes in the morning.
Oh.
And he had predicted to my mom, he had told her that, Auntie, watch out, this movie is going to, you know, make Pooja more famous than even King Uncle.
Yeah.
And at that point, with King Uncle being
Hmm.
a primarily child-centric
Yes.
movie, it was hard to imagine.
Hmm.
But he obviously had the vision to be able to, you know,
Amazing.
put 2 and 2 together and make 22 and 30 rather.
But Pooja, does it actually, I mean, it may cause resentment to a lot of other people that they could have casted me in more films, they could have called me for another film. How do you look at it, Pooja? What's your stance on this?
Well, I won't claim to be superhuman. Of
Hmm.
course, there was a time when I went for every audition possible and met every casting director and went to bed every night with that question on my mind. And that did lead to a great degree of depression. I won't deny that. But God closes a window, opens a door, right? And at the height of my depression, I found stand-up comedy,
Wow.
right? And I was very clear about what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do. God's great that I didn't have to work for Roti Kapda Makan, which is why I could bide my time and enhance my skill set whilst I was waiting for work that really
Yeah.
made me proud. So I did professional theatre, I did stand-up comedy, I did 24 with I
Of
did a
course.
whole bunch of ads. I did voiceovers, so I created all these parallel streams of, that were all related to acting in the same area, but because I think this life is really too short to give up on your
Absolutely.
values and compromise
Yeah.
on your dreams.
Yeah.
And it's not over picture we baki hai those.
Of course,
You
of
know.
course. But this also reminds us how cruel the industry or just life can be sometimes when you've seen success at the age of 13 and then, of course, you're not getting the kind of work that maybe you want to do.
Well, or you can look at it in the way that it tempts you to learn the Bhagavad Gita, which
Yeah.
is what I started doing. I went to Vedanta classes. I came to black belt in martial arts, and I don't think I would have done all
Yeah.
these things had I been busy with, shooting a daily soap or, something, doing something I don't believe in. And it really gave me time to build perspective and myself more than anything else.
Yeah.
So it's also one can look at it as how is life fair if I got these opportunities. So many other people could have been in
Yeah.
Silicon Valley, but this happened to me, and it didn't happen for any particular reason except for the fact that
Yeah,
it was fated. To me.
Fated and, of course, your
You
hard
know.
work, of course.
But and I really appreciate that. Thank you. But if you look at the way it happened, it was like something's meant to be.
Be it happens.
And then there are times when you'll struggle and struggle and struggle and nothing will work out. Something very
Yeah.
similar like this happened here. I didn't have to audition with 100 people. It was destined. It was like I was selected. I was asked. I
Yeah.
said yes. I wound up on set. We shot the film, and here we are 30 years
Yeah.
later. It literally in my mind feels like that. So it also helped me realize that this is the way life should work,
Yeah.
and that when it doesn't, there's something it's trying to teach you. And take your time,
Yeah.
learn the lesson. It's fine.
Yeah.
The examination is every minute and every second, and I really have no regrets.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I had the time to transcend that point of view. Of course I felt the way you described it, but I don't anymore, and
Yeah.
I'm a much better person for it.
Amazing. But did you ever call Varef or Karan saying that, hey, I'm open to work
I met
with
them
them?
at weddings and functions, and one hopes that will be enough. It's hard
Yeah.
to really do. And I did audition for Dharma. I auditioned for Chakte India as
Oh,
well, actually,
wow.
and I met Adi in the hallway. But it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was an artistic reason for why they didn't want to perhaps mix brands.
Right.
This is so iconic. It's a little. I've lost so much work to the fact that people have been like, "Ma'am, you're too famous." I'm like, "What do you mean by too famous? Her face is too recognizable." I'm like, "What do you mean by?" I said, "Acting aati hai na. Matlab you need an actor. I am actor, proven at 10 years of age. काम दे दो ना मतलब नहीं. Just the logic of it is so bizarre, but then the logic of life is so bizarre.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, but I'm asking this because a lot of people feel a little apprehensive of calling
Correct.
directors or seeking
But
work.
I was sent through casting directors for various projects,
Yeah.
so they knew of my
Right.
existence. They've seen my auditions. But at that point, I'm sure somebody must have been more appropriate
Yeah.
for the role, or there must have
Of
been
course.
a reason. I'm really determined, rather, to look at the glass as half full.
Amazing. Amazing.
Because everyone is doing their best, and everybody's work of art and creation is their baby. And at that point, they want what is best
Best.
for that thing.
Yes.
So of course you were like, but I know best, but maybe you weren't, and maybe
Yeah.
best for you is yet to come and it's on its way and around the corner,
Yeah.
and that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Yes. I also want to ask you, how was life when you saw so much success? You were in school. I
Uh-huh.
mean, just kids, maybe your classmates, being friends with you because you're popular. How did you
Mhm.
kind of deal with all of
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
They either have a crush on you, or they want to be your brother. They either hate you, or they love you.
Yeah.
You're either a bitch, or you're too show-offy, but you've not spoken to me. You've seen me from like a distance and made up your mind, and so
Yeah.
it's very lonely, very isolating. Not fun at all. No, definitely not.
Yeah. When did it change? Maybe
And it
college?
was hilarious also, like for King Uncle, my whole school went to see the movie, and the climax sequence, so I was crying, etc.
Yeah.
And I thought they'll appreciate my acting, and from behind I heard these voices, "Oh, I'm so lucky she gets to hug Shah Rukh." but like, performing.
Yeah.
You're working hard. No,
No.
just it's all about Shah Rukh. From King Uncle time also. It's such a heartthrob.
But
So,
I
yeah.
loved your chemistry with Jackie also in that
Thanks.
film. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I really worked hard on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you meet Jackie like recently?
No, I haven't. I mean,
Oh.
once again, in passing here and there a few years ago, but yeah, not really.
They should have a King Uncle 2 now.
We should do everything. We should have a tour. DDLJ sequel with me. Like, you know, what
Yeah.
happened to the rest of the Simran's family. Of
Uh-huh.
course.
That should,
Hannah,
of course.
Really.
Yeah.
And the first beginning sequence will be trains are leaving and then Chutki is trying to run and she's like running.
No, but have you ever imagined like what would have happened to Rajshri post Simran leaving with Raj? Like how would
I
life have
lived
been?
what happened to Simran post, like, you know.
What
Raj
was it?
being home. Well, I think what happened to them
Yeah.
was Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum.
Hmm.
You know, because they were set in London
Yeah.
with kids, and also like to me in my mind that was like what happened to Simran. and Raj. Now what's really interesting is what happened to Chutki who had
Yeah.
to deal with Bauji after Simran.
Of course.
You know, first so she got to do Euro tour and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. Then she became like stand-up comic and everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sorted.
Chutki was super cool.
Yeah.
She became like the edgy, you know,
Wow.
rebel. Yeah.
Wow.
So like Kajol took the heat and was like the good sister,
Hmm.
and she had kids and the parents were busy with all the grandkids. And then Chutki got to have a really good time.
Amazing. Somebody needs to write
Somebody
the script.
needs to.
Yeah,
I am
of
writing
course.
it.
Please write
Yes,
it.
I'm writing it. It's going to be amazing. Pyra will
Yes.
sue me and I'll give you money. है ना? Very good. This has all been hatched on national television. Yes, we don't. Girls, ladies don't know how to keep things in their stomach. That is why strategy and planning is done by men. We're like, बोल दिया, कहाँ बोल दिया, टीवी पे बोल दिया, क्या करने वाले, अरे, मजा आया, बहन.
But Pooja also, what if Bauji hadn't left Simran? The
Not let
dialogue,
her go.
हाँ, अगर वो नहीं होता कि जा Simran जा.
And then I would have come again like that chat sequence.
Oh.
I would have sat them down. I was like, what are you doing, Bauji? She'll be sad and all. Then she'll make the Parmeet sad. Then everybody will be sad. Stop it. Just stop it. You know, I would have come and given some line and gyan and all. But yeah, I was the problem solver in the film.
Yeah.
What I was saying.
That would have been epic.
Hannah?
Truly.
Younger sister comes
Comes
in, like,
in.
you know, like the Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys up to? Stop it. She has not eaten for 5 days. We were having tough time one day.
Yeah.
5 days she has not eaten. Let her get married.
Also, tell me, while growing up, of course, we all epitomized Raj and Simran as the epic love story, but a lot of people also call it one of the first toxic love stories.
Yes.
Yes. How do you look at it, Pooja, given how that film has aged in today's time?
There's one scene I do wonder about,
Hmm.
but I should not talk because of the number of narcissistic boyfriends I've had in my life. Like, I feel like I've only dated one person my whole life.
Yeah.
They've just had different names and they've all been toxic. And the heart of, I think the genius of Dilwale, as I've discovered through all these interviews, is the fact that the parents matured and even the characters went from playboy to, you know, this
Yeah.
guy who was willing to win her the right way, the tough way. And that's kind of ruined it for like a generation of us, because now we're hoping that all the playboys we fall in love with after interval are going to become like, of course, they are going to follow us to Punjab. But they're not even following us one gully away. Like, you know. So it's all become kind of funny. More than the way the film obviously has aged well enough for it still to be loved, right? I mean, that really is not a discussion one can get into, because the proof is in the pudding. I mean, if people love it, it's aged well. So
True.
that is ends there. But have we learned? Have we matured in our, you know, because that's a reflection of society. So, you know, as society, I hope we find newer ways to look at love. But Dilwale showed some very loving things with parents and children, and you know, your love towards yourself that makes you grow up and look at love differently. So it was very layered, I think.
I was about to ask you, because a lot of our teachings or realization about love happens through cinema, and it's mostly unreal. But what has been one thing that you learned from Dilwale, or an unreal thing from Dilwale, that just kind of skewed your thoughts, your beliefs on love?
And so when you live in an environment, that is obviously going to be far more influential than a movie that you've watched. So yeah, I don't think anything could skew me from the way my father taught me a woman should be treated.
Amazing.
You know, and he made it very clear
Yeah.
to us when we were very little that my mummy is as important. Everyone's important. Everyone's equal. There's no more and less because I go to office. She's, you know,
Yeah.
fully. So we never grew up around the need for
Amazing.
feminism or feeling toxicity
Hmm.
around us. I'm really glad for that.
Yeah. And if you had to like explain Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge to the new generation, or just tell them what it is about, how would you explain?
But they need to have gone through the trauma of being an 80s child, only then it'll make sense to you. It's all about context, okay? ये नहीं होने वाला है. But then, like, if the parents have trouble them enough, they'll get it. But otherwise, we're sorry.
Yeah.
If we have improved too much, then it's your loss.
Yeah. And Dilwale has also become such a fodder for meme culture. Like, there's so many memes out there. Do you kind of sometimes see
I
any?
haven't
like,
seen half of them.
Yeah.
And my internet age is like 99. Yeah.
So I will help you. I have some memes for you.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
want you to react to all of them.
When your bestie knows exactly what chaos you're about to start. Wow. This is, I always wanted a bestie like that, is all I'll say. That I think more than a boyfriend, I want like a female best friend. Yeah. When my dad sees my phone bill. I've been such a good girl. I've never given this expression to anyone. When someone farts in the metro and you know, the release of the movie, people actually walked up to me and pointed out this expression as their favorite moment.
Oh.
And I had assumed no one would even, it's a blink or miss thing, kaun notice karega, but people actually notice this expression. So thank you for appreciating my disgusted wala expression. You don't know how loved you make me feel. Like, you know, I love you in all your avatars. You guys for 30 days, 30 years,
Yes.
sorry, have proved it. And so, no matter what any man says to me in life, this is my jawab. Thank you very much. सिमरन की माँ कितनी सपोर्टिव थी. मेरी माँ तो मुझे वही जिंदा कर देती. Yeah, Farida ji was like little like what the hell, you know. ये ऐसी माँ थोड़ी होती है life. You know, shut up, mom, like please learn something. It is too much angel, too much angel. So you'll spend your life with someone you don't even know. That's how we roll in the hood. What the fuck? Oh my god, really cool.
Yeah, because there was a door out there.
पर दिमाग नहीं ले जाएंगे. But to all of these people now, I just want to say, read a poem. Okay, for God's sake. This is like artistic cinema. It is like poetry in motion, and you guys are like trying to do loose motion from it. Like, stop it. Just stop it. Admit that you watched it so many times that you've noticed these things and that you really don't have a life. You know, and that everybody who made this has like made a piece of art that has transcended 30 years. So like, get it. Ja Simran, ja bhar. Oh my god. Some comic genius has done this. This is too funny. Now this is comedy, buddies. This is comedy. This is bitterness. This is comedy. Just saying.